that the word mezuze, from my own beichsvaris, that mezuzah comes from the word zuz, to move. And my father always says in the name of Rabbi Springer that the whole idea of shofar is tshuva, and the sound that comes out of the shofar is two, mendar ton, two. Rabbi always chazer over, and I was zeicha Baruch Hashem to see Rabbi and to be around Rabbi and dance, other dancing. And I remember different specific things he told Bachrim, and random things that I remember out of the mozeh, saying whatever. So the good is that he says that the Fabrengens, the later years Kaviochel, that the Rebbe uses the lashon v'oid v'oikir. Erech klal, you think the Fabrengens is about to finish, but the Rebbe continues v'oid v'oikir, a few minutes, and then again v'oid v'oikir. So the bitch always says that the Rebbe wants v'hu eikir. When I've done mer, when I've zayin azuz, when I'm malachim, when I'm imdim or mahalchim, v'oid v'hu eikir. And the Yishleima that the little oid is the ikir, that the Tesefes meruba al ikir, that's the oid, that's what the Rebbe wants. So Behem Shut, what we were saying earlier, when they get to a place which might be metunef or smelly, and there's the tinaiks over there, and they use that place to change the tinaik with the mezuzahs if it should be covered. When it's dafka, you could be seimich on covering mezuzah if it's a davar harai. But it's a davar should be kaviyus, the place is already in a gather of mesupik if it's considered a makam metunef or not. At the kan that was Allah Yudches. Allah Yudches speaks about a yid and a non-yid living in the chotsh, and the chotsh is potter with mezuzah. Ma'aseh in chotsh shegam makam dar shram potter. Allah chaf mardef, a basement, a cellar. And you have these stores that there's a door on the floor that you pick it up to go down, and there's stairs that is also part of mezuzah. Why? Because the whole idea of mezuzah is dafka if it's standing. Mezuzah is, he says the lashon mrtef kaleler shah mezuzah is ima pesach shoichvis ba'aretz pטור v'loi nikreis mezuzah elo k'shaymedes. He brings it down from the Nida Yehuda that it's not considered a mezuzah if it's lying on the ground. It is not considered a doorpost, and such a door doesn't need a mezuzah. Allah chafal v'sheichev bein haseicher, someone that he rents a house outside of Eretz Yisrael, so up until 30 days, it doesn't need a mezuzah because it's in of bediras keva arai. It is a temporary place up until a month. Haseicher ba'is b'chutz la'aretz pטור mezuzah shloishim yom delay have bediras keva. Allah chav beis. He says that if somebody leaves a house, a yid leaves a house, and another yid moves into the house, you shouldn't take off the mezuzahs. The yid that's moving in should pay you for the mezuzahs. We're going to see later in the Seifim why it's very important. They bring down from the Gemara that some person took down the mezuzahs, and the person that moved into the mezuzahs, into the house, and you have the guy that left the house. Kitzur whatever went up to Shemayim. It's on the kudah of being careful in the name of mezuzah, למען ימיכם וימי בניכם. היוצא מן הבית וישראל יכנס לדור שם לא ייטול הראשון את המזוזה אלא יניחם השני ישן לעבורם. Shouldn't take it down. The other yid should pay for it. They should speak about it when he comes into moving the house. They have to be very careful from this idea. Adayim hazeh Allah chav gimel chayv adam leyizar ma'id mit mezuzah b'nei shehi chayv as a kol tamid. Mezuzah is a constant mitzvah, timidi. Every time that you pass a mezuzah, there's this idea of kissing a mezuzah. And calls manji yikanatu you've got to be yichud Hashem. He's touching yichud Hashem, the unification of the Eibishter. Shemoi shalakadosh baruch hu yizker avasri yirasei v'ayrim yishnasei v'shigiyez v'havle azman. That's again this idea of remembrance, that he shouldn't waste his time, that is ikir in life, and he shouldn't be opening his and wasting his time v'havle azman with stam shtuyot, with emptiness and nothingness. And there is nothing that will ever be, which is everlasting. Only to be connected and to know the Eibishter. And he's misboined in this thing. It's the idea that he will come back to the Darach HaMesharim, to the straight path, to the right path. He's going to ask himself, I don't feel anything, I'm misboined. It's very simple, you didn't think enough. Why is somebody afraid of a cockroach, or I don't know what it may be? Because he has a shtukal pachad, he feels it, he sees it. If you're afraid of the Eibishter, you think about it, you see it, there's something which the Eibishter is in front of you, you have a b'zir Hashemayim. The idea of mezuzah is the idea that the Eibush is watching. There's a camera right now watching me right now. I can't do whatever I want in the room or wherever that may be. Chazal tells us that somebody that is wearing tefillin on his hand and on his arm, and he's wearing tzitzis, and he has a mezuzah on his doors. There's a bunch of malachim surrounding him to watch him, to save him from doing averes. There's a lot of remembrance. The malachim are there to remind you, and they also watch the person from doing any averes. Like it says in the pasuk, this idea that the malachim are surrounding the people that are afraid of the Eibishter, and they will take them out of all their problems. On the contrary, on the other side, on the opposite, someone that he's not careful in the mitzvah mezuzah, and anyone that is careful in the mitzvah mezuzah, will have a long life, him and his children. למען ימיכם וימי בניכם. And this is the idea that we want the teva and bediרה v'anigla lanu v'reinu adelam. It's the idea of hanistra, the Eibusher should keep. Anigla islanu shall be למען ימיכם וימי b'nichim. Shlo yisiyam shekel v'akara in any way, shape, or form. Chav dalad lefi shamazuzah hi lahaskiri yichud shmayis barech l'chein k'sheyetz mi pesach beisay l'chein k'shenichnas yanashe k'yesay. The whole idea of the mezuzah to remember the idea of yichud Hashem. So when you come in and out the door, the same thing is when you put it on and take off the tefillin, this idea of kissing to show your avodah, to show the remembrance of Hashem, Talmud. She says over here, you have to be careful also in this idea that you shouldn't be touching the actual mezuzah. The same thing is with the Sefer Torah. You shouldn't be touching the actual Sefer Torah. This idea of the Torah is naked. You should touch it or with a gartel or with the talis. The same thing is the mezuzah is supposed to be in a case. Geen k'sheyetz mi pesach beisay, geen k'shenichnas yanashe k'yesay, avolo yaniachas yodei ala mezuzah atmo, el yizor sheti yezuchuchis al Hashem. Something is recovering the mezuzah. K'sheyetz mi beisay maniachad ala mezuzah. Yemar ha'ba'aya shemri, when he comes out of the house, when he comes into the house, he says, "Say Hashem, watch me. Hashem tzili al yad yaminicha. Hashem yishmer teisi v'yim atvadim." This idea that David watches the people that come in and out, and we have this idea of kesher, a connection with us, that David to remembrance, that he remembers us, and we remember him. This is the idea of the mezuzah on the door. And Allah chafei mezuzah sayachid. He speaks about the idea of mezuzah sayachid. Malacha. We checked twice in 7 years, and mezuzah rabbi not to be matrich rabbi. He says twice in 50 years. But we know the Rebbe always pushes and tells us the idea of every chodesh elu, the idea of tshuva to remember and to check our mezuzahs every single year, to keep on checking the mezuzahs. Mezuzahs hayachid and nivdekes, you could check it shtei palmim v'sheva shonim. Shal rabbi m'shein matrich alayim nivdekes shtei palmim v'yovel twice in 50 years. Dikir is l'mari b'yimeichem v'yimeichem teiv hanira v'anig l'mat v'asar tochim v'hui gelenu l'chaim l'chaim chasidim ad kan Siman Yud Aleph.